Also on our News 5 app. Now let's get back to the inauguration. Donald Trump will be the first U.S. president from New York State since Franklin Roosevelt. He is the 7th president with ties to the Empire State. But you know what? Ohio and Virginia still lead the way with 8 presidents each, calling those states home. But tonight, John Koslick argues that Ohio's presidential history is more colorful.
William Henry Harrison, who moved to Ohio from Virginia, was the Buckeye State's first claim to the presidency in 1841. This is an actual copy of his inaugural address. It was 8,445 words long, and that was after it was edited. Never would have made it on Twitter. It was the longest inaugural address in presidential history, and as a result, his presidency was the shortest in history. You see, it was delivered in a cold March rain. He got sick. A month to the day later, he died. He was the first U.S. president to die in office. Spoiler alert, over the next 82 years, Ohio would lay claim to 8 U.S. presidents. Half of them would die in office. Ulysses S. Grant was not one of them. He took the oath of office in 1869 as the 18th president. Presidents 19 and 20, also Ohioans. Rutherford B. Hayes lost the popular vote but won the electoral vote. Sounds familiar. Make America's 38 states great again, though, was not his slogan in 1876. He was followed by James Garfield, who we know by his Lakeview Cemetery memorial, also died in office, his demise coming at the hands of an assassin in 1881. Next up, Benjamin Harrison, grandson of William Henry. Harrison kept his inaugural address shorter than his grandfather's, and as a result lived out his entire term as the 23rd president. William McKinley was the next Ohioan to hold the office. He survived the re-election challenge, only to be gunned down months later in Buffalo at the start of his second term as the 25th president. He's buried in Canton. Snow 10 inches a day, Ohioan William Taft was sworn in. Taft later becoming Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, so he's the only man to ever take and administer the presidential oath, which he did with Calvin Coolidge. And hard-living Warren Harding was the last Ohioan to call 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue home. But just like Harrison, Garfield, and McKinley before him, it would be his final home, dying of a heart attack.